Doing?
Am I happy Slacks?
I can't tell.
I think you're angry Slacks, and I'm LGD after the last game. So I think you know we're doing okay up here. Let's see if LGD are doing better in this game than the previous.
Not gonna, I was gonna say it's not gonna lead to kill, but that is more damage than I thought. First blood ends up going to Puppy. So Secret, despite losing in the CS and the outer lanes, able to get first blood. A nice double stun from Zayat, but the Avalanche is gonna keep him in place. Spirit Siphon and the tree toss is there. Jin Q gets credit for it.
Yeah, I think the mindset for Secret in this bottom lane should just be we can't kill, and we shouldn't go for aggressive moves, because I think the punish is just too strong, right? Even Rezo with a running sidekick on both of them, Faith_Beyond is going to overpower them with Spirit Siphon. They just don't have the tools to manage that until you have maybe level 6 on Marzi. Perhaps there's an opportunity to find a kill there. But yeah, the top lane, nice kill from Secret. I'm a little bit surprised that Ame didn't get more involved in trying to save his Lich, but I think he had creeps in the tower that he was prioritizing, and maybe the communication was Y saying, I'm fine, don't worry.
Speaking of Y,
yeah.
some heavy damage here, but here comes the pounce from Ame. Chrysalis. It's going to be another Jingu stack coming out for Ame. Puppy basically out of mana right now.
Stuns.
Yeah, but Starbreaker coming out. It does connect onto the Lich, but the Thunder God's Wrath finishes off 2 heroes. So nothing to say, despite being kind of a wash in the mid lane. Now has 2 kills to his name.
Yeah, and that's going to put him at the advantage. Not just breaking even now with Lesh, but will be pulling ahead on that network. So 500 gold advantage for him there. Had the Arcane Rune as well for that Thunder God, so it feels really good to use. It's a relatively long cooldown on level 1, but nice jump there. No Carapace.
Yeah,
Maybe wasn't expecting the jump to come that early from NTS, but yeah, I dare say already that the conditions LGD have in this game are going to make it a closer game than the last one. Like, this is already so much better when you consider how their lineup is going to fare in the next stages of this game. And I think the challenge here for Secret is going to be bringing Nisha into the game. I think he's the key to unlocking the game for them. He has a lot of magic damage against the Frost Shield. He's one of the heroes that can kill Monkey King right now, which, as we've established, their 2 side lane melee cores don't do the best job at. But the way you bring the Lesh into the game here is usually through the Nyx, but he's level 2. We're 7 minutes in. Zayat is having a totally different game than the first one. Really suffering down here. They're obviously going to use that to give Rezo the priority of finding a fast 6, and now he's going to leech some X the Nyx. This would be a huge pick if they found Nisha, but reading this like a book and not getting caught. Heading away with that ward.
He might be the one that suffers, but again, it's going to be a support potentially. He gets off this fight Carapace though. Exorcism is popped, and does that mean they want to try to go for a Roach? They're trying to take a fight. Beyond, finding Chrysalis, slowing him down to Spirit Siphon, but the kinetic field blocks him off. And that might be all PSG.LGD get, and that's a big cooldown they have to take into account now.
Oh, they might even lose their Tiny
into the
too.
Split Earth, Hammer's there as well. Down goes Tiny. Faith_Beyond. He's here as well, but the Exorcism is running out. Resolution forced to fight despite the spirit that's being applied to him. So a big Lich hold on to 2, and PSG.LGD, despite being down in numbers at the start, end up taking this fight in space 3 for 1, and Nisha left along with Zayat here in the top lane.
Oh, they got insane value out of DP in that fight. So much damage, so much healing, and like you said, the Chain Frost doing tons of work as well. And it honestly, that looked like a really good counterplay from Secret jumping on the Tiny, but I think Resolution maybe bit over a little bit more than he could chew there. I think they have the kill without the rebound, and he doesn't need to go in. And that did set them up for a
sentry there. He's going to get the toss off, and that means Secret probably will back out here. Another ward. The ward battles have come at.
Yep.
Secret to get a better than
said pick off. I wonder if they will try to get this as a level 12 gap for Faith_Beyond to then go Roche. Tiny close to Dagger, by the way. ZQ went phase boots and has just been quietly farming in the top lane for the last 4 or 5 waves.
PSG.LGD, Avalanche clips Resolution, tops back into the Sinister Gaze, but Nisha's coming with the Solar Guardian help as well. Resolution ticking out very slowly. Looks like he won't. No, actually gets off the stun just in time with his Unleash, dispels the Urn Charge, and Jin Q looks like he's going to fall as the Chrysalis double kill comes out, but finally Resolution does fall. So, a little bit of a backwards engagement, but I think Secret will be okay with this. 2 for 1.
I wonder if we get that in a replay. I wonder if ZQ actually needed to go for that. Because what he did, he gave Rezo something to hit with his lifesteal. Obviously, that got a lot better for Secret than it looked like it would. And again, that counter initiation potential with the Dawn really coming into play there. find a return. So we're going to see the replay here. So look, this is a really...
But the toss, I think it was bringing him closer, but the Sinister Gaze actually stopped him.
Yeah, stopped him midair. Yeah.
We're going to see a fight here. Faith Beyond doing a lot of damage, healing with the Spirit Side. Here comes the Wukong's command from Ame, trying to focus down Nisha. It's off the Bloodstone, but will that be enough? Spirit Siphon's still there. That's 2-0 PSG.LGD. Winning this fight, and now another Avalanche. Jinky looking for a target to toss.
Oh,
Crystal can't get to the low ground, though. Has to walk away the old-fashioned way. It's off the Starbreaker. Really connects onto Ame. Mounts to follow. It looks like this is going to be the death of the position one for Secret as PSG.LGD win a big fight here in the mid-game.
Huge for them. Monkey King unlocked. He gets involved with that BKB and finds the kill on the big game on the other side. The Lash has the Bloodstone and Yules, but no BKB, and does just end up getting kind of... I wouldn't even say he got chain stunned, but just like a little bit here and there. It just builds up enough time for Ame to finish the job in the end with a Frost Shield slow. Does really benefit Monkey King quite a lot for these chasing sequences. And now all of a sudden, I mean, Secret just had a pretty good engage top where they get that trade. Now 5k behind. Just look at that Wukong's command, beautifully placed. Nisha in a really awkward position in the center of it. Almost escaped, but not quite. And I feel like when the Leshrac dies, Secret's teamfight just is over, right? Like, it just falls so incredibly flat, not just because of the way their lineup is structured, but because of how much of the net worth they're sitting on is on this hero. He just really has to be protected at all costs to get his stuff out. And that time, Nisha does get picked off and just snowballs the fight in LGD's favor, no problem.
Good smoking up to the enemy jungle. Faith Beyond. You see him
far out.
Yeah, maneuvers himself to the other side. Might have missed out on the vision there. No, they saw him. Resolution with a nice rebound. Here comes the Solar Guardian as well, but the Avalanche mitigating a lot of this right now. As Crystal is focusing down Jin Q for the time being, as Faith Beyond looks to be dead. Just one more right click to go. So nice pick off for Secret. But Ame, next to his tier 2 tower, has to pop the BKB. Wukong's command to follow. Now there's no physical damage go through this with that BKB activated, but they can try to continue on here once the BKB ends up running out. Wise can take the brunt of the damage now from the Starbreaker. So Secret getting everything they want. Ame the only one left in this area. Looks like he does get away safely. That would have been just a disaster for PSG.LGD. Still, Secret going to be extremely happy with what happened here.
That looked like a really ambitious dive, but it works out very well. I don't think LGD were remotely ready for this to happen. Like the way their DP gets jumped, I think the just snap reaction there from Jinkyu on the Tiny was really impressive. He finds the blink into a good avalanche, but did not buy enough space. No BKB yet on the DP. Couldn't get away from a lot of the damage and then gets run down by Resso. And they found, I believe they cut the trees of Ame as well. I think he took the long stun there.
Too late.
Awesome play call here from Secret to go for this. They know Tiny has no buyback.
Oh, they're trying to jump Faith Beyond. Frost Shield's going to keep him healthy for a little longer. Pops the BKB. But Monkey King with the balance strike. Ame comes to play. Bash applied to Resolution now, but the rebound onto the other side of the river. He'll be fine, but Nisha looks like he wants to try to fight. Gets off the Yule. Faith Beyond now on the outskirts of this fight. That is a dead Lash, but that is just the Aegis. Exorcism still going. Zayas gets the impale onto one, but now they're trying to turn this around onto the Monkey King. There's the Starbreaker from Chrysalis, and that is the death of Ame. 50 seconds on the deck. And PSG.LGD, they get the Aegis technically out of the hands of Secret, but it does cost them.
Yeah, it's almost a repeat of the previous moment, right? Where a bad start gets turned into something salvageable for LGD. Like, it's not great by any means to lose the Roche there, but as you said, they do get rid of the Aegis. And Frost Shield here makes the difference. If he dies there, this is just all over. Gets the BKB off, gets the Siphons running. Awesome 3-man stun coming in from Ame from the tree line there with that Boundless. And Resso fortunate enough to have a good spell to get out.
Every time I saw, we're going to see the avatars come out onto Puppy. Is it going to be punished though? Crystals comes in with the hammer. Starbreaker's there as well, and Jinkyu dies. 45 seconds of no Tony. Why? He spotted out, the glimpse back. Looks like Y will be next, so 2 supports down in favor of Secret.
Basher on both sides. You pointed out the Marcy one. Now we have one on the Monkey King as well. So really crucial item for potentially locking down the Lesh or the Marcy to keep them in that arena. As we've seen, Resso just resets a lot of the time, just jumps away on the Nyx most of the time. And maybe with this Basher, Ame can keep them a little bit more in place. Eyeing up a Scotty next for more healing reduction against the Lash. And that reliable slow to once again stick
Nothing
on.
to say. Impale is there. The stun from Resolution with the Basher as well. Nothing to say. Has to use BKB. But the Glimpse back. They're going to find the support. No, face Secret. And Nisha working on the Shivas next.
Siphon is his best ability, but you know.
True.
Puppy, they want to use that. They do.
Okay, Avatar. Zayas wants to come in though. They've lost Puppy already. Does have the buyback available. Thunder God's Wrath is there. Looks like Zayas is going to barely limp away, but no, nothing to say there to finish him off. Now Resolution, he's taking so much damage. A rebound onto the other side of the map again. Rezo is fine. 70 seconds of no nicks. Must have been a dieback technically.
Puppy.
Static Storm. Okay. Enough to take out Jin Q. Very cocky play from Puppy, but it kind of works out. But again, if they get the kill, this will technically be a dieback for him. Boundless Strike. It looks like it will be just that. But there's no Roche to get.
There's that Glimpse buff. That's not a kill without the damage.
That is a good point.
He killed Tiny with Glimpse there, so. Good recovery. Oh, gets the Carapace.
Very good initiation, but Jin Q is there with the Avalanche. Will it be enough? No. Nothing to say. Goes down to another member of Secret. That Starbreaker has been deleting heroes, and of course you've said it time and time again. Zayas has been setting up every single initiation. And the fact that they can do it across the map with a hero like Dawnbreaker is insane.
It's just a great read that he thinks Zeus is going to go there and use Arc Lightning, right? So he can get that Carapace stun off, and then they use that immediately to chain. Just very, very nicely played by Secret. Pretty much perfect layering of the stuns, too. Just a little bit of a mistake there. Maybe you get BKB off and jump away on the Zeus, but none of that.
When you're going high ground yourself, it's actually not too shabby as well. Avalanche here, Wukong's command expended. Is it just for Puppy though? Looks like it is for now as Nisha. He's perfectly fine to try to fight this out on the other side of the Wukong's command. Here comes a Solar Guardian as well. Fate Beyond is dead. But the toss back onto Nisha, but now the Wukong command is down. The BKB finally activates from Ami. He gets a big Boundless Strike. A lot of damage coming out from Nothing to Say. So they get the two supports in the end, but now Nothing to Say, he's the one getting pursued by Nisha. Split Arc connects. Pulse Nova continuing to go, and again, the Age is still intact for Secret. Frost Shield not going to mitigate any of that magic damage, and the Starbreaker is enough. Another death for Nothing to Say, and 2 cores dead for LGD with no buybacks.
Yeah, he actually finally got to play a fight on the Zeus, so we got to see something come out of him in the way of damage there. But again, Secret just pouncing so obviously will make it very easy for him to, first of all, be tanky and also set up his own stun.
And Nisha, he's level 25. He's gonna get tossed back. That's something you have to be a little bit careful, but if he pops the BKB, and Jin Q is punished really hard. So it's gonna not connect thanks to BKB from Face Beyond. That's the buyback now to Jin Q. They have to be careful because Nothing to Say is now available to fight. They're gonna try to turn this around as Resolution jumps in with his BKB, focusing down Ame, but the Wukong's command gets so much armor as Resolution gets destroyed. 80 seconds of no mercy. Another falls for Secret, and PSG.LGD showing some life here. They find 3 kills with no reciprocation.
Toss MVP.
What is their Abrasier doing?
Especially, we've seen Faceless Voids in the past go for as a build-up to refresh.
Going to be the one that gets popped here, but pops the BKB very early. Gets off the Splitter, trying to play around it, but the Jinx is about to proc here as well. The Wukong's command is there, and Nisha has to use the Yulz on himself. But he's likely just going to be left alone, and he's going to be brought down. A huge kill for LGD. There are buybacks for both remaining members here from Secret.
You really have to be on your toes against this team. Like, you have a big lead, sure, but this is the one thing that can't happen for Secret is that they find Lesh without support. Like, if anyone else is in that line of fire, it's not that bad. Like, you could have lost a Nyx there, you could have lost a Marcy, you could have lost a Disruptor, but...
Nisha used.
Rezo's thinking,
Going, he gets the bash to start things out, and Faith Beyond is evaporated here, and now they're going to get the Lich on top of it, has to buy back. And we can see that Roche is available. I'm not sure if they're aware. This is the one with the Aghanim Scepter. 6k net worth injection, essentially.
Dude, that's so dirty. Like, think of how tanky the Death Prop is. 4k health with a Shiva.
You have to get Eon Disc.
Rezo literally just blinked in and killed him in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Daedalus, Unleash.
And I think when the Tiny is dead, that is their combo breaker, right? That's the thing that's been kind of like the Avalanche or the Tossback that get the fear. When he's dead, I don't think there's anything they need to fear when going in. And that's going to be another Roche for Secret. This is going to be Nihilism, I would assume, onto Nisha. We'll see who ends up taking the Aghanim Scepter.
Holding it on Nyx for now. He's not used it, though. It's some sort of way of getting out of Starbreaker, getting out
Soul Guarding coming in at the end. And it looks like Faith.Beyond might drop inside the Wukong's command. And I think he's just trying to reset. Zayas is going to live thanks to the Eon Disc and just burrow his way back to full HP. Jin Q is dead as well without buyback available. Now they just wait out the Wukongs. He's going to go in again with Chrysalis' Starbreaker, decimating time and time again. But there's Ame's Refresher, the Wukong's command to fall. Chrysalis eats the cheese, tries to get force step, but not going to live through this engagement. They did find Niche, okay. Gets off the Yule, but instantly canceled. That was a neutralizer.
It's actually doing work.
So they got the tower, but nothing more.
They got a Zeus buyback too.
All right, he has Wind Waker, like you said. That was the Stormcraft, so he has 2 ways to dispel.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a nullifier or something, just canceling it out, but just the baby Yules. Secret continuing to pursue. Fortification is popped. Splitters aplenty being applied. And now they know that there's no Wukong's command. Refresher already used on Ame. Did he also pop BKB? No. So he has his second BKB now.
This is just not a safe push whatsoever with DP and especially Tiny respawning. I really like from Secret that they disengage here and don't try to get those barracks. I think the risk reward just isn't favoring you nearly enough. Go back, play the map, get your spells ready, get your heroes back in play, and try to find another pick outside the base and use that to get the racks instead. So. I mean, LGD, they do hold on, but it feels like it's expensive every single time. This time, getting that Zeus buyback out, he doesn't have this, and he's still not considering it. He's eyeing up the Hex. Okay, finally, he changed his mind. He's eyeing up the Hex. Okay, finally, he changed his mind. So will take the defensive route here to ensure that he can at least stay alive for a moment. Faith.Beyond!
Uh-oh. Inside the Static Storm, remember, he can't use any items inside of it, and he's dead. 90 seconds of no death profit. Ame trying to get some revenge, but Resolution ends up using Rebound to the other side. Only 1 inside Wukong's command right now, but 3 dead for PSG.LGD. And now Ame looks to be next. The Starbreaker is coming just for him. Specialty from Secret. He has to buy back instantly. Now Resolution with the Dispose, onto nothing to say. Has to pop the BKB himself, but this looks like it might be the beginning of the end for LGD in this upper bracket. Rebound not proc there, but again, Chrysalis with the Starbreaker. And this is going to be several sets of racks, if not potentially GG.
Faith.Beyond just disappears. It's like LGD want to access this high ground. They're like, what hero can we send in first that can possibly survive? And he should be the choice, right? You have Hard, Shiva, BKB. He dies before he gets BKB off. He literally just gets killed 100-0. Even with Lich's protection, it wasn't enough.
Oh, Zayas finds Ame. This is going to be a dieback for him potentially, and it will. Double Starbreaker. GG is called, and Secret 2-0 PSG.LGD, sending them to the lower bracket.